Dad lives a shallow life. He's always being entertained by something. Dad doesn't like feeling empty, so he stopped. He stopped everything. He realized all of this stuff was pulling him away from God. Now Dad spends time in solitude every day. He's closer to God than ever before. Dad's life is now deep and purposeful. He will never go back to the shallow waters. If you're a dad who's living a life that our modern society tells you to, I'm glad you clicked on this video because that shows that you know that it's not good. Because my dad changed my life when he started to chase after his dreams. He showed me so much more. I remember when I was a kid, I grew up going to church, and I remember sitting in church all the time talking about God and talking about all that stuff, and it just seemed mystical. It seemed like something strange, some foreign idea. It just seemed like it was something that wasn't really real or wasn't really part of the way we live, just an idea. And in hindsight, I realized that it was because I was living a lifestyle that was making it impossible for me to be with God. I used to be addicted to video games. I used to always bring my phone with me out of the house. I never left the house without my phone. I would always be entertained by something, an iPad, AirPods, TV. I don't think there was ever a time in my life where I willingly sat alone in silence for longer than 30 minutes. And it's a shame because I was never taught this stuff in church. In church, no one ever told me, you're not going to be able to experience God when you're being fed all of this dopamine from these YouTube videos, just like this one. No one ever told me that this modern lifestyle was making it impossible for me to experience a true, deep, meaningful life. And I remember when I was in that lifestyle, that miserable life of waking up and reaching for my phone first thing in the morning. The moment I opened my eyes, I would immediately try and entertain myself, try and fill the void in my life. There's no way to live. And I'm so glad that you found this video because here's what I would do. Set time every day, every single day to sit in your room or sit somewhere in silence. Literally just sit. No rules. And another thing is make some eliminations. You got to ask yourself, is it really worth it putting in AirPods every single time while you're going on a walk? Is it really worth it always listening to music? Is it really worth it always listening to a podcast? Always going on TV, video games every single night? Is it really worth it? Are you even getting value or joy from it? Because I know I was not getting joy from playing video games. It seemed like it in the moment, but it was not. So as you're making these changes, don't make them all overnight. Do not make them all overnight. That's the worst thing you can do. Do not say to anyone that you're making any changes. Have you ever had an experience where you declared your future plans? You said, oh, I'm going to go on this fast. I'm going to not use any electronics. I'm not going to eat any junk food. You declare it out loud, and then what happens? You probably fail. It's because when you declare it out loud, your mind already gets the reward, so there's no point in actually doing the work. So what you should do is make small changes over time. Make one change, and then another, and then another. And then over time, your life will change. So pick something right now and make a change.